Hey, welcome everyone. Pat Mitchell here with TrickTrades, and tonight I have something special I want to share with you. Tonight we are going to be discussing something very important, something that there's a lot of confusion over. So tonight we are going to be going over the main key differences between strategy and setup. Very important. So let's get into it. Okay, folks, so there's some major differences between strategy and setup. So how I'm going to structure this is, first, I'm going to go over setup, and I'm going to show you basically the 6 setups that we use at TrickTrades along with our strategy, okay? Now, a main part of our strategy, of course, is support and resistance. Support and resistance, I know you've heard this before, but there's a certain way to trade support and resistance, whether you're trading equity or options, that can be very valuable and very lucrative, okay? So I'm going to be going over, I'm going to be reading from some notes. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm not that smart to remember all this shit. So first off, the double top. Now, the double top is a very powerful resistance setup that you used for shorting. So that's a double top and double bottom. A double bottom is a powerful support setup that you use to buy bottoms. A higher low is something that is bullish. That is another powerful setup that you can use to buy support with a very defined, definitive risk level. You have a certain amount of risk. Once it breaks that stop or that risk level, you get out. It's a very simple setup. Lower high. So a lower high is something that we use as a shorting setup. It's something that's extremely important and we use all the time. That is considered backside. Now, there's 2 other setups. Now, sometimes they work very well, and sometimes they don't. The best way to use this is on proper stocks, okay? Now, what I mean by proper stocks, not penny stocks, okay? When we discuss the VWAP, the volume weighted average price, that is something that institutional traders use. It was developed by mutual funds. To basically, what it boils down to is best price. That's the best price. And they have an obligation to their clients to give them the best price. And the best price on the day is VWAP, okay? That's best price. So you can use that if you know how, and I have lots of free videos, okay? I have lots of free videos here on YouTube, as well as at the TrickTrades.com members only video lesson library. It's chock full of VWAP lessons and how to properly trade the VWAP. I know there's a lot of video lessons, free video lessons that are out there by other people. Some of them are fine. Some of them, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's completely wrong. That's not how you use the VWAP at all. They're very confused. That's why I always say try to stay away from YouTube. I know that goes against what we're doing here right now, but you got to trust me on that. There's a lot of very ill information that's out there, okay? So there's 2, I know there's more than 2, but for the most part, there are 2 setups that you can use on the VWAP. One is a VWAP bounce, okay? And a VWAP bounce is when a stock puts in a high and it pulls back to the VWAP. We've actually been trading this setup very well. It's working. It's in style right now. It's been working extremely well. And it has a very specific look of how the stock is pulling back, okay? You can't just take any touch of the VWAP. It doesn't work that way. There's something that happens that you can see on the 1-minute chart, the 3-minute chart, the 5-minute chart, okay? Now, it is a very slow burn. That's what I call it. It's a slow burn back to VWAP, okay? And that is controlled. Anytime you see anything that's controlled on the charts, that is manipulation. Now, not all manipulation is bad, okay? Some manipulation is just normal action. That's how proper price action of proper stocks trades, okay? Now, also, before I go any further, I have an amazing 7 key differences and reasonings why you should be trading proper stocks. If you are still chasing penny stocks, I'm telling you that is a loser's game. You need to trust me on this. I've been down that road. I did well, but it was very up and down, okay? Now, I have free YouTube video lessons on trading penny stocks, okay? But there is a better way to trade, and I believe the better way to trade is with proper stocks, market-leading stocks. Do not be afraid of trading stocks like Apple, Nvidia, Facebook, Twitter. I could go on. We have a small basket that we use to trade. We trade about 16 stocks, okay? And sometimes we'll take other trades, but get to know these stocks, develop a relationship with them, okay? They all trade very differently, and when you understand their movements and their personality, you will do very well. So that's the Vwap Bounce. Now, there's a Vwap rejection, and the Vwap rejection is just the opposite of the bounce. It's generally a slow burn, retracing back up to the Vwap after a sell-off. The bounce is to buy, and the rejection is to short, okay? So those are, the basic 6 setups, all right? I've got lots of video lessons, free video lessons on there, on YouTube for you. Okay, now to get into the second part of this, strategy. I see a lot of people mixing up setup with strategy. I see a lot of people saying, I have an amazing strategy. I have an amazing strategy. My strategy is the best. And it's not strategy. Either it's an indicator set, which is a list of indicators that they use to trigger on trades. It's not strategy. That's an indicator set. I've noticed a lot of algorithm type of people out there, these algo traders. They have that. It's not strategy. I've seen their members use this strategy, and they don't know whether to take the trade or not. It's very confusing. It still leaves guesswork. That is not strategy, okay? I've seen other people talk about strategy and, oh, here comes a double top. This is my strategy. No, it doesn't work that way, guys. Okay, that is not strategy. That is setup. There is a massive difference. Okay, so now the major differences between setup and strategy, and what a strategy is something that is mechanical. It is an if then this. Okay, now I'll elaborate. If it does that, I will do this. And if it does this, I will do that. That is an example of something that is mechanical. A strategy needs to be mechanical, and I'll tell you why. It needs to be mechanical, or you're still open and susceptible to emotion. Strategy is supposed to eliminate as much emotion as possible. Okay? Now, you've been lied to as well, saying that you need to trade like a robot. You can't trade with emotion. Guys, I've said this a million times, and I know it's like beating a dead horse here, but you will never fully get rid of emotion. We are human beings. We are emotional beings. You simply will not get rid of that, okay? So when we develop our strategy, it needs to be mechanical to take emotion as much as possible out of the equation, okay? So, I'll give you an example of how I give my trade plans, okay? Now, I'll just say it how I say it every morning at TrickTrades, live on screen share during the pre-market plan of attack. We have a strategy and a system that works both ways. We don't tell the market which way to go, obviously. Okay, and I know that sounds silly, but a lot of people try to do that. They try to control the market. I get asked all the time, hey, Pat, are you watching for a short or are you watching for a long? Well, it would be silly to only watch one direction, wouldn't it? So we watch both directions. We let the market tell us which side of the trade to take, okay? So an example, we'll just use Apple as an example, all right? So this is an example of it. If at the market open, Apple goes to 202.50, we will go long. And if at the market open, we pop and Apple goes to 202.78, we will go short. And those two levels, obviously, is just an example. I would want more distance than that. But that's telling us whatever the first reaction that this stock does out of the market open. Now, it doesn't mean the first candle you take it. It means if at the open we climb to 202.78, meaning it comes up, you go short. Okay? Now, there's obviously a little bit more to that. I'm not going to tell you my full-blown strategy on YouTube for free. I won't do that. It's worth too much to my members, and it's worth too much to me to be doing that. But those are the key differences between setup and strategy. Now, for the last part of this video, and probably one of the most important parts, here's the thing, guys. You don't need to believe me. You just need to listen. And you need to trust me on this when I tell you, if the room and the service that you are trading in, and you're paying your fucking hard-earned money to, okay? If they are claiming their strategy is mechanical, but it's really nothing more than a setup, please get out. These guys don't know what they are doing, okay? They are lying to you. They are newbie traders trying to make a buck off of you. Don't fall for it. And I understand it's an easy trap to fall for because when you're new to trading, anyone that speaks sounds like they know what the fuck they're talking about. And it's a major problem that's going on right now. I don't know what I can personally do, but I can tell you that I am fed up. I'm fed up with these people that are out there trying to make it seem like you can trade from your bed in your pajamas and make $1,000. I fucking hate that. I hate that. What's going on in the day trading and day trading educational space is disgusting. Okay? But remember, guys, there are still a few of us out there that do truly give a shit and want you to succeed. It is in my blood and my bones to help you guys succeed. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning, okay? So, without any further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Come visit TrickTrades.com. And if you want to learn how to trade real stocks and become a real trader, come to TrickTrades.com. Adios, folks.